Hello and welcome to another episode of All Things Money. I'm your host Fatima Attarwala, and my guest today is going to talk about something that we all know of, but few have the courage to talk about it. My guest is Mohammad Hassan Bakshi, the chairman of Association of Builders and Developers in Pakistan, Abad. Hello sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So one thing that has really been trending right now is your comments about the extortion happening in Pakistan, and also that the SIMs with which you have been receiving the calls have been international SIMs that have not been local SIMs. So can we just walk us through as to the first call and what happened and what made you think that you're facing extortion?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It all started 3-4 months back when our members started receiving calls. And those calls and chits, what we call it, that purchase, were coming from the local boys were giving the purchase, and the calls were coming from international SIM numbers. Those SIM numbers were from Nigeria. Those SIM numbers were from Philippines, from UAE, and from Iran. And from those numbers, those gentlemen used to call our members, threaten them for extortion, and if we do not give, our members do not give heed to their calls, they used to send their front man to the offices of our builders. Then they started shooting at the offices, and still, if the people were not ready to give them money, extortion money, then they started firing straight directly on the people, the employees, the managers, the guards, whoever is available, and they started injuring them. Then it went a bit more high. One of a person died as well, and 6, 7, 8 people were injured in different cases. These cases started from Garden West, then it went to Garden East, then it went to Malir, and then it went to Clifton and Northern Bypass area as well. Our 8 or 10 members have reported these cases to us in writing, but we feel the number is still higher. More than 24 people are paying monthly extortions to these people. Surprisingly, these people are now so confident and comfortable, those extortionists. They are advising our members that you can pay in 4 years installment and through bitcoins.
Wow.
And the shopkeepers who are being threatened for extortion are being given local bank account numbers, and where they can deposit the money or send them through Jazz Cash. So this is how it all started, and I'm sure this was going on earlier as well. It was zero out in Karachi, but I was not receiving the complaints. When the stakes went high, like they asked one of our members to pay 50 million rupees, then another for 20 million rupees. Then the members came running, because somehow we, people of Karachi, have been mentally trained in a way. If somebody, I'm talking about builders, if somebody asks for 5-10,000, we do not resist, we give them, and we think this is part of the business and this is part of staying here. So that is how information started pouring to me.
Because that is what I was thinking. Extortion, bhatta, that has been very common in Karachi at least.
Yeah.
All shopkeepers know they have to give a certain amount. So did something change in the last 3-4 months that it has gone from a few thousand rupees to hundreds of thousands of rupees? And then these are very technologically advanced thieves. I mean, Bitcoin, Jazz Cash, bank accounts, where is the KYC?
Yeah.
So what do you think something has changed in the last 3-4 months?
I think since people were giving the money and they were getting the money very comfortably and very easily, and nothing was being done, nobody was reporting as well. So they thought it is now time to stretch themselves, and now from 100,000, 20,000, 50,000, 200,000, why not jump to 50 million? So they came out, and then we came out as well. We came out because I am of the opinion that if you would have just sat down and stayed quiet, this menace would have eaten up Karachi's many businesses. So we decided we should speak out and speak out loud, clear, and address our concerns to all concerned people and department and institutions in Pakistan.
So Karachi is being targeted, not Lahore, not Islamabad, not housing societies all over the country. It's Karachi in particular that is being targeted.
I'll give you a brief background of what Abad is. We've got 1,600 members, and those are all high net worth individuals. We are a pan-Pakistan organization. We have got members in Karachi, we've got members in Hyderabad, Lahore, Islamabad, KPK, and few in Quetta, Balochistan as well. Nowhere I've been reported what is happening in Karachi, nor in Lahore, nor in Islamabad, nor from KPK. But surprisingly, Karachi is being targeted because I think Karachi is the engine of growth for Pakistan. If somebody is able to destabilize Karachi, then it is easier to destabilize Pakistan. Why do I say that? Karachi used to contribute 65% in the national exchequer. Now the ratio has come down to 52%, resulting that unemployment levels have gone high in Pakistan, and the poverty levels have also gone from 38 to 45% in Pakistan. I feel whoever is capable of employing 500 or plus people are being targeted, so that they are so much in anguish that they do not think of expanding their businesses. They are somehow thinking to shrink the business, gradually narrow it down, or shift themselves to either any other part of the country or outside Pakistan.
You mentioned that Karachi is the engine for Pakistan. Now, 2025 has seen a lot of geopolitics this year. We've not been in a very comfortable position with our neighbors, and you yourself mentioned that the SIMs are international. So, weakening Karachi is not in anyone's interest, not political parties, not the power that be, but it is in the interest of many of Pakistan's international enemies. So, do you think this very domestic extortion racket is actually being controlled internationally?
I have no true opinion. I'm very clear about it. Somebody is pulling their strings. Somebody is supporting them. Somebody is getting share of this finances to use this money against our own soldiers, against our own sons and daughters. So this has to be looked into that perspective as well.
So this is a national security.
Yes.
See, it's not something that's just being targeted. The rich individuals, the real estate mafia is being targeted. The way you are portraying it, it is for national interest that this must be combated.
It is a SOS call, not for the provincial agencies, but the federal agencies and army establishment as well. There is something cooking somewhere which is not good for Pakistan. I have a member who is employing 175,000 people, one member. I'll not name him here. He's into multiple industries. So I'm telling you, they are just trying to harass us. They are just trying to ensure that we do not stay in a right frame of mind.
Since you have come out, what action have the authorities taken?
When I did the press conference, next day I was invited by CM Sindh, and CM Sindh told me, I told him, if these people are living outside Pakistan, the agencies must be knowing better if they are living outside. So why aren't we able to issue red warrants through Interpol for them? I was there, the IG was there, in addition to the CM, the Interior Minister of Sindh was there, and the additional IG was there, and the Chief Secretary and few people more were there. And I was also told by IG a month back, okay, we have already sent the documentation for the red warrant from Sindh in 2024 and 2025, but it was still awaited to be issued by the federal government. The process is this: the Sindh government does their homework and sends it to the federal government. From there, the Ministry of Interior sends to the Interpol for the thing. So first of my question was why it is not being done. So he promised me he will speak to the Prime Minister and he will also speak to the Minister of Interior and ensure that that is done. Good news is that Islamabad had issued those request for warrant to Interpol for two of the criminals. Then my question was, how is this possible? People are taking money in their bank accounts and giving bank account, cash account, and still not being nabbed. I was informed by the President Karachi Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Javed Bilwani, that I have given all these details to the relevant agencies, but still no action has been taken. I was very surprised. And I asked him, how will this happen? So he said, give us time, we'll look into it. Then what he did, one thing more was, he said, I'll establish a hotline between us and you, myself, the CM, the Minister of Interior and IG Sindh and the additional IG Sindh, and any case whatsoever about this extortion, you can report me 24/7. So that hotline is active and I'm putting up reporting cases in that, and I expect law enforcement agencies to take care of these people, because these are handful of people who are disturbing the entire city business community. This is Abad. I have spoken out. Not many other people are speaking out, but they are still paying. They are still paying a lot of amount of money, and I have been contacted by many agencies as well. And they have told me we are also working it. I have shared the links, the phone calls, the WhatsApp messages, the bhatte ki parchis. I have shared with the CM, all the relevant agencies now. So everybody is on board, and I expect the Minister of Interior Pakistan, Mohsin Naqvi Sahab, and Field Marshal Sahab, and the Sindh government to work together as a team. Please forget politics in this. Whoever may be representing the Sindh government may be represented by Pakistan People's Party, and the federal government may be represented by PMLN. However, this issue is very important for Pakistan. If Karachi bleeds, it will not stop here. The entire Sindh will bleed, and eventually Pakistan will bleed.
From what you tell me, a lot of people are involved, a lot of agencies are involved, but has there been any improvement since you have come out with your press conference? Have the attacks or the threats decreased?
What has happened is they've been able to take hold of few of the people who were representing those people who are sitting abroad. But I feel that is a temporary solution, because there is poverty, there is unemployment. I'm not advocating for those young people, but they are put on drugs. They are given a small amount of money, maybe 5, 10, 15,000, 20,000. They go and shoot at the people directly. The menace is those people who are controlling them, who are directing them. So till the time we are not able to solve the issue with those people and ensure either they are brought back to Pakistan to face the trial, and I don't want a trial which goes on for next 20 years, dates on dates on dates. It should be a summary trial, and then you can restore some confidence of the business community in Karachi especially.
You're one of the strongest members of one of the strongest industries in Pakistan, and if this could happen to you and to your sector, then this could happen to any sector. At a time when Pakistan is trying to attract investment for Recordec, for crypto, for Binance, for whatever. In years, well, you're saying that Bitcoin, which is not regulated in Pakistan, is being used for extortion. And the banking channel, which is regulated in Pakistan, is also being used for extortion. So even within a regulatory environment, there's no protection. So within that environment, I don't see much hope for investment coming in.
Yes, we can.
And my secondary question is this. Again, so much information is already there with them, given the CNICs, given the KYC of the bank. If only low-level people have been caught and not the high-level people, then what security can be presented to investors, as it is in China and CPEC? If you bring there, what happened to the Chinese nationals caused CPEC to take a back step as well. So if we say that international elements can so easily come and disrupt our sectors, then what hope is there for any sector?
One of the hope I feel is the courage for people like me to speak out. Once people like me and others, and I also encourage those 10 members of mine who reported in writing to me. So they had the courage to speak out and give me in writing. So this how it starts. Yes, the figures of foreign investment is in front of everybody. Before any foreigners makes an investment in Pakistan, it is the local who have to make the investment, because locals are born, brought up, and they have made money here. So they know how to navigate their way out. But unfortunately, I think this issue was not on the priority list of all concerned. And I hope now this changes and this becomes the first priority. Because as I told you, I'm 100% agree if they are, I'm 100% at this point, if they are living in these countries, how can they live there without any international support? Enemies of Pakistan, enemies of our country are supporting them.
So the first sector that I've heard this happening at this level is the real estate Abad sector. Is this happening in any other sector have you heard of? Or do you think it's a targeted strategy that starts from here and then might spread to other sectors?
I have a feeling the small shopkeepers of Old Town are regularly paying bhartas.
But that has been Karachi's history always.
But the
With
history,
MQM, with
the history has to change someday.
That definitely has to change, yes.
And I feel some industrialists are also paying money. I don't have any evidence, but when we sit in business circles, people talk like that, because it cannot be builders and developers all alone, right? Yes, builders and developers have their businesses on the roads. Everybody can count if they are constructing 100 flats and each flat is for 330 million rupees. So it's a project worth 3 billion rupees. But what is happening in a factory, in a closed environment, nobody knows. And it is easier to come out at the street, fire few shots and run away. You must have seen that video clip as well. But whenever you go half of the Korangi industrial area, the factories are shut down. Why is that? There is something uncomfortable going on. Maybe high rate of taxation, maybe the very challenging attitude of the bureaucracy. Maybe there is no ease of doing business and the cost of doing business is too high now.
I'm glad that you mentioned taxes, because when we talk about IMF and the multilateral agencies, it's always like real estate, agriculture and retailers. These are the three most undertaxed, and all the tax burden is coming on the salaried class. So perhaps all these attacks are just people getting angry that real estate doesn't pay their taxes. That's the perception, right? Because what you pay for a house on paper is so much different than what you pay in actual amount.
I think that is a wrong perception. This is one of the most highly taxed businesses and highly documented. I would
argue that real estate is not that well documented.
No, I'll share with you why. There are only three sectors in this country or the worldwide: real estate, accountancy, and those who are doing jewelry business. We have to register ourselves with the DNFP, which comes under the FATF, right? We have to do KYC similar to what the banks has to do for their clients. So tell me, which other sector does the KYC? Cement manufacturers, do they do it? Textile sectors, do they do it? That's why I say that is over documented. Yes, we are overtaxed. I have no true opinion about it. However, we navigate our ways. Because if in a country like Pakistan, if you put tax rate to 60%, where we have to buy our own security, you guys as well, you have to buy your own schools, I mean private schools, medical, unemployment things, even you have to buy your own water through tankers. your electric through generators, now your gas as well through cylinders. So, these rates of taxes are not even high in Scandinavian countries, which are welfare states. What I've been telling the federal government, please rationalize the taxes. You go take a flight to Dubai, it's 1 hour 45 minutes or 1 hour 50 minutes flight. The rate of taxes there on this business is 9%. 9%. The currency is stable. There is nobody taking your doing land grabbings with you. Your record is complete and protected. You've got the world best infrastructure. Buyers from the world are coming. Mm-hmm. The only problem in Dubai and the only advantage what we have from Dubai is they do not have their own genuine demand. In Pakistan, there is a shortage of 14 million houses because Pakistan has a huge population, and many Pakistanis are staying outside Pakistan. So they want to buy a roof for their family in their country. So this is a big opportunity and a big challenge as well. So it all depends whether the government wants to create more kachi abadis, more slums by not giving the regulated sector a helping hand, by not helping young people like you for soft loans on buying their first houses. It is done everywhere in the world. When this industry runs, construction, 72 industries runs together, 72 allied industries run together. And we are the second highest employer after agriculture in Pakistan. So, as you said, we have not been paying regular taxes. As I said, we have been navigating because the rates of taxes are too high. I'm not going to do a business, take risk, face inflation and pay 60% tax, whereas if I keep the same amount of money in the banks, in the T-bills, I'm being taxed at the rate of 15%. So they don't want us to work actually. They want us to put their money in the banks and just enjoy the profit, what we get from that.
I think the general perception is that when people have a lot of black money, they buy property and then the property prices get inflated. So that's not something that is happening?
Tell me, when the people where are the people generating the black money from?
Not the middle income groups. We are talking about high net worth individuals. Yes. We are talking about the powers that be, which is generally the ones most closely allied with the sector.
Is it better that the people who have the black money as well invest the money in Pakistan, or is better they're
not doing anything? They just buy a piece of land and then when it's inflated and they want cash, they sell it, but they're not constructing. In fact, we had that conversation once in which if you drive through Karachi, you'll see a lot of buildings half finished and then just deserted.
Yes, there are few people who make investment in land, but not since last 2-3 years. Market has been very stable. In fact, there has been correction as well. However, I represent the industry which is into construction. I represent the industry which is into development. We take either raw piece of land or a piece of land and then we value add into it. We do construction. So we are not for hoarding. We are not for exchange of files, because that is not my business. My business is very clear. I add value into it. Each plot in Karachi, where a high-rise building is constructed on a 2,000 square yard plots, you have to invest 2.5 billion rupees in purchasing local materials like cement, steel, tiles, wire, consultancy, everything like that. So I never support those people who hoard plots for selling it later on. If the government wants to put a curb on it, we don't mind. It will help us in our business, and it will also stabilize the prices. Because surprisingly, because of this hoarding, what you said, When I buy a plot 2,000 square yards, construct a building, it takes with approval 3 to 4 years and hand it over. The entire profit I've earned on that project and the capital investment, I'm not able to buy this next door plot of 2,000 square yards because the prices have gone so high. So, and one more reason for prices going so high is the illegal construction as well. Somehow the system has been corrupted, the approvals are different, and the building constructed is different. So I do not represent Angels Association of Pakistan, but I also try to correct my people, and I tell them, let's forget about it, let's do straight business, let's tell the government, make it a criminal offense, make violation a criminal offense.
There is a lot of illegal construction in Pakistan. Any part of the city you go, any part of Karachi that you go, you can see the half-finished buildings with the curtains made of cloth that are acting as the door. So, and I can't find fault with that because so many people are poor and they need housing. Illegal construction might be risky, might be unsafe, but they need a roof over their head, so they're going for that. What is the way out? We have one of the biggest slum areas in the whole world in Karachi. So how can we regulate it and formalize it in a way that it helps the poor people, it helps the lower middle income group to have? Right now, houses are so expensive that I think if you don't inherit a house with a salary, you can't just buy another house.
I would say the same thing for my own kids as well. If they don't inherit from me, they cannot buy a house where I am living. It is 100% correct what you have said. However, that we need to be clear what is illegal housing. I am clear on it. Illegal housing are those apartments or buildings or houses which are built on encroached lands, which are built without permission. And then there is unauthorized construction. Like if there's approval is for 50,000 square feet, I construct 70,000 square feet. That is, but I have a legitimate piece of land. I have a legitimate approval, and I increase the area a bit, right? To help common man to get housing, to get his first house, I was part of Imran Khan task force, and I am part of Shahbaz Sharif task force on housing as well. Imran Khan introduced subsidized financing for first time home buyers, and it was available, a loan of 5 million was available at a rate of 5%, and from 5 to 10 million at a rate of 7 or 8%, I don't remember, and further it was increased. So 31,000 people availed this loan in Pakistan, and you will be surprised, 99% of the people are still repaying the loan as per the installment. There was NPLs of just 1%, just 1%. Never it happens. In car loans as well, the NPLs are as high as 3-4%. It means the people are genuinely looking for a house for their families, and they want some help from the state. So if you want to get a house for youngsters, I mean people of Pakistan, then the government needs to come forward with subsidized loans. With the lands being encroached by the encroachers every day, the state land, whether it is Clifton, you will be surprised. You know Delhi Colony? The price of Delhi Colony is all encroached, right? The price of land there, it's 10 lakh rupees a square yard. 10 lakhs rupees in a Kachi Abadi. So this is all state encroached land. All criminal, I'm not talking restricting my discussion to Delhi Colony. The slums, it is, since the law enforcement agencies can't go in, all kind of criminal activities are being taking place there. Drugs are being sold.
But then again, we have slums like Orangi Town or Delhi Colony. If the government decides that, okay, this is illegal, right, and then they try to raise it to the ground, there's so many people who will be without houses. So what's the way forward?
Yeah, way forward we need to follow. We do not want to, we should not reinvent the wheel. See what Bombay has done. See what Sri Lanka has done. In Sri Lanka, my own member went there and is constructing a building by changing the slums. What they have done, if there is a slum of 10 acres, the builder goes to the people there and tells them, whoever is staying there, we'll give you the exact area free of cost and 2 years advance rental for the period to be constructed with allotment letters. So within constructing high-rise buildings there, within 25 areas, 25% of the land, the whole requirement is met for those people who are staying there as in illegal slums. And in next 50% or 40%, the builder constructs its building and sells it to the open market, where he can recover his investment and his profit as well. The 35% is used for road amenities, masjids, parks, schools, hospitals. I had given a proposal to the Prime Minister at that time for doing a model package for Pakistan quarters. It's a 32-acre land where the federal government employees are living, and living since partition. There were, if I'm not mistaken, just 1,000 people are living there. I told the government, we'll give them free, we'll give them rentals as well, and whoever wants to sell, because the families have grown in numbers now, they can sell the papers in the market and go. And then we'll construct 14 high-rise buildings, tall buildings, and you'll see the slums changing into a beautiful area. Unfortunately, that could not get through, and I even told them, I was chairman at that time, I even told them, you can hire any Chinese contractor to do it. It's not Abad who wants to do it. Just create one example in Pakistan so that others can follow it. Still, there's a lot of chance if all the stakeholders are together. Unfortunately, we have different priorities and different interests as well. This is a thing which we need an all-out support from law enforcement agencies, because criminals won't allow us to do it, because politicians get votes from those Kachi Abadis. They lease it, so they won't allow us to do it. So all good politicians, like I said, I do not represent Angels Association. So does the politicians. There are good people everywhere and there are bad people everywhere. So whoever good people should come together and try to sort out the things of this city and this province and this country. Unfortunately, we are happy what we are living in. We just take care of our own houses, our own cars, our own traveling, our maybe immediate relatives. Nobody cares for the city. Even I would say the way I should take care, I don't take care of the city as well. I will be honest with you.
I mean, on one hand, we are talking about developing slum areas, and you're talking about the politicians and the criminal element and how difficult it is. On the other hand, Abad has said that to continue operations beyond 2 months has become difficult because of the extortion. So when I see these extremes, like just business as usual is so difficult. But to bring back to the topic that we started with, when you add extortion to it, the business as usual that is happening, becomes impossible. So within that scenario, again, what can be done?
It will not take more than 7 days. If the people who hold power in Pakistan want to correct this thing.
The extortion or the slums?
Whatever, no, I mean moving in the right direction to the right goal. Because here everybody has, I told you, there are few people in Pakistan, and one of them is the field marshal. He has the power now, right? Mm-hmm. If the military establishment decides that we would take any steps, we will go to any extent to fix Karachi, what do you think, how much time will it take? So
why don't they? We are part of the country.
I have not able to met him one by one, one-to-one. I don't know. But again, as you said, as I said as well, there is a lot of difficult situation in other provinces as well, like Balochistan, like in some parts of KPK. So they don't want to stretch too much of themselves, maybe. They are waiting for the right time, because if Karachi gets going, Pakistan will get
Absolutely.
going. See Bombay.
And so much of people from all over the country come to Karachi. It's not Sindhis or Mujahideen. There are Pathans, there are Pashtuns, there are Baloch, everybody is here. It's just if Karachi itself was developed and there would be more economic opportunities, I think that would result in a lot more peace all over the country.
I would say Karachi used to give 65%. Karachi can pay 130% of the revenue. Only Karachi. And I'm not talking about the entire Karachi. It's 350 kilometers of Karachi, the city area where the population is. It's such a vibrant city. There are such welcoming people here. But unfortunately, why it is not on the priority list, nobody knows.
It has not been on anybody's priority list ever. Karachi is only fended for itself.
Yeah.
And when Karachi associated political parties have come, even they have not done much for Karachi. It just resulted in more violence and more violence after that.
Yes, people who are born and brought up in Karachi, they have a very fair idea what is happening. And that is why I have requested in my press conference, if these things are not taken care of properly and in time, people from Karachi will think of winding up the businesses and moving out. Because one more very unfortunate thing is happening, maybe you can gauge from your own family, the youngsters are not ready to come back to Karachi. The Karachi youngsters, once they go abroad for studies, they get gel in there. But this is not happening in Lahore and Islamabad because the quality of life is there, the security is there, and they enjoy their lives back with their parents and family and within their businesses or the professions. But Karachi is similar to what once we used to see the Parsi colony. I know many people in Karachi. The sons and daughters are living abroad, and the couple is staying alone with servants and waiting once in a year or twice in a year for the kids to come back. How would you expect Karachi to grow like this?
Absolutely, sir. I think that it does begin with Karachi. It should begin with Karachi, and that Karachi has waited long enough, and that when we have builders and people who are willing to work in Karachi, and construction is, as you mentioned, is an activity that generates a lot of employment for the lower middle income group. Day laborers are so important. I know that when construction stopped, both my maids were facing really difficult times because their husbands were not being able to find jobs. So without construction, the lower middle income group, not even the ones who are on day-to-day earnings, they suffer the most, and when they suffer, they are the ones who are going to pick up the guns and start robbing us and mugging us. So yes, definitely, this is a problem that needs to be solved. Thank you so much for coming to my show, sir, and I really hope that this international threat that your sector is facing gets sorted out soon.
Welcome.